Hey guys, what is up? Kicking off the new year with a little vacation episode of my trip to Townsville, or me and my dad's trip to Townsville, January 2019, and it was the first time that I've been to Townsville. But it's a nice place. It's very calm and laid back, and kind of a perfect bodybuilder's environment. So it's very peaceful. Along the Strand is probably the best part of it, with all the cafes and restaurants and things going on. And towards one end of the Strand is a nice rock pool that we're taking a dip in every morning. You can't actually swim in the ocean in Townsville because of the jellyfish rather. So the rock pool is the best place to take a dip down in Townsville. And then in the back there you can see Magnetic Island, which is also a great place to go visit. And they had acai bowls there, which was great for me because I love to smash acai bowls, and plenty of good food. Was polished off over this time, and a little bit looser on the diet than normal, which was okay. But probably the main reason that I chose Townsville was this gym, Muscle and Fitness, in Townsville, that my brother told me about a few years ago to check out. And it definitely didn't disappoint. It was a top-notch gym with all the equipment that a meathead bodybuilder like myself likes to see. And it's got 2 levels, and it's air conditioned, which is important in Townsville. And it's also got this nice tribute to all the bikini and fitness and figure Miss Olympias, and then of course the Mr. Olympia Wall of Fame. So it's definitely a bodybuilder's environment here. And there were also the guy that owns it is a guy called Jim Barnes. I didn't get to meet him, but I think he must have had all his old Muscle and Power magazine covers all over the place, because there was plenty of old school stuff from like the 60s where you had Steve Reeves and Bill Pearl and Reg Park, and of course Arnold and Frank Zane. So that was really good to see. And also a lot of competitors from the area too that were tributed on all the walls, which was good to see. So then the next thing to do was head from the mainland and head out to Magnetic Island, which is about a 30-minute or 20-minute ferry ride over to Magnetic Island, where there's lots of different little villages and things going on over there, where you can do some snorkeling and swimming and that sort of thing. And so you catch the ferry over, and then you basically just choose which part of the beach which beach you go to. So we walked along Nelly Beach. This was Nelly Beach. So again, the water's very inviting, but because of the jellyfish, you can't. Not a good idea to go in for a dip. And we actually found this backpackers resort, which was pretty cool, and had a nice feed at that spot. But we got there a little bit too late to do any kind of snorkeling or anything like that, so just basically chilled at this joint. But then the next day we went to the Billabong Sanctuary in Townsville, and that was just to see the local wildlife and all the animals and that sort of thing. So you got your kangaroos and koalas and crocodiles and all wallabies and all that stuff. The only trouble with that was that most of the animals were asleep and pretty tired in the middle of the day, so that was like a kind of go-only thing. The ones that I like were these little turtles. There were thousands of them all over the place, and they were feisty little buggers. They would come right up, and if you put your finger close to them, they'd have a snap. So nearly lost my finger a couple of times with these little fellas, but I thought they were pretty cool, swimming right up to you and getting right up close, trying to get a feed. So these were probably my favourite at the whole park on the day. Definitely worth checking out the park if you're interested in that sort of thing. And then this is just more the animals that were around. So emus, and this bloke was completely knocked out. The old wombat. And their koalas, they didn't do much. They just sort of sat in the trees. And then you had all the different types of venomous snakes and all that sort of thing. So definitely worth checking out. Then the next thing that we did was we headed up to Castle Hill, which is the highest point in Townsville, and it's a bit of a lookout over the city, so you get to see all of the city, and it's a beautiful landscape, and definitely worth checking out if you're into seeing parts of Queensland. So definitely a place to visit one day, and got my tick of approval anyway.